Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brigitte and today I've got a grocery haul for you. We went to Costco, which we try to do once a month. Sometimes we go in for like vegetables and fruits in the middle of the month, but once a month we go into Costco and do a big grocery haul for our family of 4. And we just got back from a trip, so we were gone several days. We are in February, and January we were doing a no spend or low spend month, so we really needed to stock up on some things. So let me show you what we got. Also, I want you to know we're trying really hard to eat healthier. So for us, that means more meat and dairy and less processed things. However, we have kids in school, and so we are very limited because they cannot have nuts or any nut products, and so snacks are always an issue. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. Let's get to the haul. Okay guys, here is our haul. We literally drove back into town and hit Costco on the way. So we had basically not a lot of things in our fridge as far as fresh things when we cleared out a lot of things or threw them in the freezer before leaving town. So we also needed, what's it called? Dinner for tonight. Dinner. You know, we need food. It's Friday night, so it's pizza night, and generally we make our own, or we do like a chicken crust. That's our favorite way because it's very keto and low carb, but I will show you what we got for pizza night tonight because we didn't have time. It's already like 3:30 and we got to get the kids at like 5. So let's start way back over here. In case you're new around here, the prices will be on the screen, and we usually do meat, dairy, produce, vegetables, and fruits, and more processed things and non-grocery things at the end. So that is how it's always laid up. So laid out, whatever the terminology is. Let's start back here. We've got some tuna. Typically, if you've watched our hauls before, there's always eggs here, a 60 count of eggs, but we did run into Costco a little bit before leaving town and got some eggs. So we're stocked on eggs now after getting them at Walmart, and like they were ungodly expensive. We ended up going to Costco for something else random, and then like got just that. So yeah, so we got tuna today. Just some albacore solid white tuna for some protein options, you know, mixing that with some mayonnaise or, you know, whatever else. You can flavor it tons of different ways. So we got that to add into the protein mix. And then we also got this Korean barbecue beef style beef. It was on sale, and no, it's not a lot of meat, and no, we typically don't buy a lot of like prepackaged things because it's obviously more expensive, but just to make it convenient because of our schedule this week and to try it, we got that. It'll be like 1 or 2 servings really. So we got that. We got 2 things of broths because one time they did not have it, or 2 times they did not have it, and these are really good on our charcoal grill. So I got 2. I'm just gonna literally throw this package in the freezer till we're ready to use it, and then we will grill it up, and they're super good with mustard. I really like yellow mustard with my broths. So I've got some bacon, and it has gone down in price, I've noticed. Actually, several things I noticed went down in price, which is great. So we got a package of 4 bacon. As far as protein, I think the only other things, we got some bacon crumbles. These are really good because I can keep them in our pantry storage, backup pantry upstairs. I've done videos on that. So I got 2. They're good to throw into eggs and whatever else. So I got 2 of those. They are not generally on sale, so I just usually get 1 or 2 at a time, and that's how that goes. And then these chicken breasts were on sale. They're probably not the best as far as like good quality. Like, I'm sure there's tons of stuff in here, but it was on sale, and it was a not bad price for 10 pounds. So chicken breast I really like to do in the crock pot. I add cream cheese and like make a little dip of lots of different flavor profiles, so it can make it like variable. Also, it's really good to cook like that and add it with rice or on top of vegetables. So I just got some for the freezer because we're trying to do heavy on the protein where we can. So we got that. Cream cheese, like I said, we are almost out. This has 6 blocks in it, I'm sorry, of 8 ounces. And I almost got 2. Hopefully I won't regret it because I've also been wanting to make some like fat bombs that go in the freezer. And there's well, you don't have to put them in the freezer, but they can go in the freezer until you're ready to use them, and then you kind of defrost them like overnight, and then they will last longer. But there's a Greek style one, so I got ingredients for that which I will show you. Along with other cheeses, we got some Kerrygold because this is just my favorite cheese ever. I like to either cube it for snacking or shred it and just put it on eggs, on salads, on vegetables, on anything. So I got some of that. It was not on sale, sadly, but I got it anyways. Okay, I got some goat cheese. These are 2 different packs. It comes in a 2-pack. So that way it lasts, and I want to make sure we use it up once I open it. But it says it's good till June. So that's several months if I don't open it. But once I do, I try to use it pretty quick, and then I will like put it in on salads and stuff like that, but also in a like egg souffle, breakfast casserole type thing. So that's the way I like to use that. We can also put it on meat to give it some more fat and flavor. So we got that. We did get these for dinner tonight, crispy shredded chicken tacos. We've never gotten these. I don't know if they're any good or not. They're actually made with dark meat, which is great. And you can throw them in the air fryer. So there's 8 twin packs in here. So there's 16 tacos total, and anything that can go in the air fryer is just great. And we're tired. We're very tired from driving most of the day. And so, oh, it's with American cheese, but whatever. So we got that just to make it easy tonight. In general, though, we are trying to limit the carbs. But tonight is a different story. So we got some cucumbers. Brielle actually loves these with some homemade ranch that I make, which is mayonnaise and Greek yogurt with a ranch mix that I make, and I just dump some of that in, and super yummy. And she will actually like down a whole like half of one. I'll cut up a whole one and put it in a container with the ranch, and she just is like, Mommy, can I have the pickles? I'm like, you mean the cucumbers? And she's like, the cucumbers? And I'm like, yes, you can. So got some of those because we haven't had them in a couple weeks. Got 2 things of butter because butter freezes great. Butter has gone down in price, I noticed, so that's super good. And I've been using butter with other nut butters to make fat bombs with fake sugars and like the Lily's chocolate chips, or like I crumble up the bar of Lily's that we've had, and I need to use it up really. But I made some like fat bombs and little cookie dough ball things that are like low sugar or fake sugar type things, and it has butter and nut butters in it. So I got some more butter plus any baking or bread, since I do make all of our own bread products for the most part, although we did get one other bread product today. That is usually my goal. So I have a grain grinder that I like to do it with, but I also have all-purpose flour, and I do also make sourdough. So 2 things of butter. We covered that. Okay, we've got 2 things of mozzarella because I think are actually out, which is really shocking because I typically stay pretty stocked. But since we were doing a no spend, low spend, I just didn't realize. But since we do use mozzarella in our chicken crust pizza and obviously on our homemade pizzas, which we make every Friday night, we go through a lot of mozzarella. So I will divide all of this up into quart-sized bags or fill a half gallon. So it's like a 2-quart thing. Fill a gallon halfway. So it's like 2 quarts. Since we do go through a lot at one time, especially if I'm pulling it out to make pizzas. So I'm going to divide all that up, throw it in the freezer so that way it will not go bad. It defrosts just fine, and I'm not worried at all. Okay, and back here we've got some whole milk. I use this whole milk to make our own yogurt, plus anything we are using milk for in recipes and stuff. We like to make our own cream sauces, so got 3 half gallons of that organic whole milk. And then I got this sun-dried tomato because this is for one of the recipes for the Greek fat bombs that I'm going to make. And I just like sun-dried tomatoes in general. So haven't had those in a long time. So I got a jar of that. And I will, of course, save the jar when I'm done. Got some bananas to have for fruit, fresh fruit in the house. Got some green grapes for fresh fruit in the house. Grapes typically last a while in our fridge. So we got that. Got some of these mild, like mini sweet peppers or mini peppers. I don't know. Yeah, they're sweet peppers. So I like to dip this in the ranch with the cucumbers too, and I like to chop them up and put them on a salad. So I got one of those. I got some of these mangoes because I use these for, well, smoothies, of course, or snacking on frozen fruit in general, but I use them a lot in making our kefir to flavor it. So after it does its first ferment with the water kefir grains, then I will do the second ferment, which is 24 hours on the counter, and I will use some kind of fresh fruit or frozen fruit. So mangoes are really good, and they get really fizzy with that. So got another bag of that. Fruit-wise, we also got some blackberries. These were not too expensive, and blueberries. We typically try to get blueberries because the kids love them, and they're really good on oatmeal and to add to their lunches. So we got that. Got some romaine because I'm going to make some salads for the week. Also, I have harvested lots of lettuce from our garden. Super exciting. I'll try to maybe put some B-roll in. But we have a lot of arugula, so I like to mix the arugula with the romaine. Gives it such a great flavor. You know, you don't really want to do pure arugula. That's like, will be really spicy and stuff. So I like to mix the two, but I also have some other lettuce out there, so I'm going to make a whole like little medley, and it's going to be super yummy for salads this week. Also, we got some avocados because they were a good price, and they're not ripe yet, but we will keep them on the counter, and then we will put them in the fridge to stall it, and they will last a while. So that's the plan with avocados. Also, we got some pears. These are not ripe yet, but we will leave them on the counter. They will ripen, and then we'll put them in the fridge. I really like pears that are room temp. Brandon really likes them when they're cold, but my teeth are really sensitive, so I like them at room temp. But once they get really ripe, oh, they're so good. And these were actually a great price too, so got those. And same with apples. These are little apples, but they're great for snacking. So these were such a good price and for organic. So I don't know if they're not coming in season. I think it's like fall. But anyways, I don't know. They were really good. So I was like, let me get some. And so yeah, there's that. Okay, we got some maple syrup. I think I have a lot of extra honey, but I don't think I have any extra maple syrup. So this will go into the pantry, and we put it into another container to use because this would come out really fast, and the kids would always over syrup their stuff. And I don't always want to be there to pour it on, so I put it in a different container so it comes out a little bit slower so that it doesn't get wasted. So that's going to go in the pantry. Here's the Kalamata olives for the Greek thing I was telling you that I want to make, the fat bombs. So that's going to go with the sun-dried tomatoes. Got this garlic because we needed some more garlic in our backup pantry, so it's always a good price there. And we got this teriyaki marinade sauce. It's really good on chicken. Such a good dipping sauce, and a lot of times you can find it on sale, but we got it because it's just so easy to flavor. You know what? We've also used this as a sauce base for our homemade keto pizzas when we do the chicken crust. So that's also a very good option along with sweet Thai chili sauce. So we got that. So yeah, it has sugar and stuff, but we don't use a ton of it. So that's that. This is for the pizza night. We got just this 4-pack because it's just so much cheaper. I'm going to add pepperoni on some of it, but the kids generally like cheese, so I'm going to throw some nutritional yeast on it because we always, when we flavor cheese things, I like to throw that in for some extra vitamins. I think it has a lot of B vitamins in it. But also I'm going to throw some extra Parmesan and other seasonings, kind of spice it up, but obviously I was not making any pizza dough tonight after rolling into town. So we got that pack, and that's cheaper than, you know, Little Caesars or even getting the big one at Costco because I don't know how much we're going to have of it. So got that for the kids. Got this mayonnaise because it's on sale, and I made my own during the pantry challenge when we ran out. But there's just something about this, and I know it's because it's all like soybean oil and stuff, but when I mix this with the Greek yogurt for the ranch, it's so yummy. But it was on sale, so I got 2 because then we can have one in the pantry and one in the fridge. And sometimes you have to like go through phases or seasons of things, you know, so we got that. Got some of this generic Nexium for the pantry for Brandon. And then down here, we're going to try out this San Francisco Bay coffee. It's 3 full pounds, whole bean, French roast. And you know we love our cold brew. If you've never seen that video, go check it out. So we got this because I wanted to get some coffee. And this was cheaper than getting the Kirkland brand since it was on sale. So I was like, well, let's get that and try it out. I'm sure it's going to be really good. So we got a whole big thing of that. We got these tortillas, and we got the carb balance ones just because it's easy meals, and we can throw lots of meat and cheese and stuff on it. And I also got these flour tortillas for the kids more so, but tortillas are just really good to make wraps with for their lunches and stuff because they won't really eat just plain like meat rolled up. At least Bria won't, but she will eat stuff if it's in a tortilla. So got that. Got 2 10-pound bags of organic cane sugar, and I got this mainly for our kefir. So typically I keep our bucket here, and this is what I use to pull from our when we're doing our kefir grains, and that's almost empty, and so I wanted to stock up on that. So I got 2 because they're a good price at Costco. Otherwise I would probably order from Azure Standard, but they're easy to store like this, so I just throw these up in the backup pantry. All right, we got some vinegar. This is not really for cooking. This is more so for cleaning, and we use it for fabric softener in our laundry. And so I got 2. We started to run low, so I realized, let me just pick up a couple more. We also got these chips to divide up and eat whenever. They were on sale. We also got these pork rinds so that we can eat those with, like, when I do the shredded chicken and the cream cheese in the crock pot, kind of make a dip. These are really good for that. They were on sale, so we got 2. And then we got these Frito-Lay's variety pack down here for the kids for school. And we also got the Pirate Booty for school because we were all out of Pirate Booty. So, in general, we always get Pirate Booty and the chips, and we were pretty much out. So we did a good job of eating through our pantry in January. If you want to see how that video went, I'm going to link it down in the description box below. And this is what our haul was. I'm going to show you the total right here. Bam! And if you think this is more or less than what it should have been, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to check out that last video I talked about and subscribe right here. Until we meet again, don't forget, life is better together.